Mr. President.
The Senator from New Hampshire.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise today to join my colleagues, and I want to thank Senator Baldwin from Wisconsin for the speech that she just gave and for her leadership, and as well as yours, Mr. President, on the resolution to extend the federal Perkins loan program. This is something that we should take up and pass right now. There's strong bipartisan support to do so. And yesterday, the House of Representatives passed the Higher Education Extension Act of 2015, which would extend this important program for an additional year. But if the Senate does not act by tomorrow, this program, which helps the most financially needy students receive a college education, will expire, and we can't let that happen. I've heard from students, colleges in my state, universities, financial aid administrators who have urged us to act, to make sure that we continue this program, which allows students with exceptional financial need have access to low-interest loans that they need so that they can get the higher education, so that they can live the American dream and contribute to our society, and making sure that they have that access is so critical. In New Hampshire, approximately 5,000 students received a Perkins loan during the last academic year. Across the country, as Senator Baldwin mentioned, over 500,000 students received a Perkins loan during the 2013-14 academic year. So that's 500,000 students across this country that will be impacted, their access to higher education negatively impacted if we do not take up the House passed bill and immediately pass it in this body. The cost of higher education in the United States continues to skyrocket. My home state of New Hampshire has the highest average student loan debt in the country, either putting college out of reach for too many or requiring students to take on substantial amounts of debt in order to get a college education that is often hard to repay, especially with the first job that they receive right out of college. There are several things we must do to address the issue of rising college costs, including, in my view, requiring schools to have more skin in the game and providing more transparency for students and for parents. But as we stand here today, there is one thing right now that we can do to help make college just a little bit more affordable, especially for low-income students and families. And that's by taking up and passing the House bill to extend the federal Perkins loan program for one more year. Allowing Perkins to expire would mean that hundreds of thousands of low-income students across the country could see a decrease on average of about $2,000 in their student aid packages. For many, that could put college out of reach because they're counting on it. And if we don't take this up now, we'll be in a position of really leaving those students hanging. And we should not do that, and we should not allow this to happen. So I want to again thank my colleague from Wisconsin. I want to thank the presiding officer for his leadership from Ohio. Again, this has such strong bipartisan support. I hope we do it today. Let's do it now. Let's make sure that we extend the Perkins loan program like the House did for another year and ensure that we can work together to make college more affordable for everyone so that everyone has the opportunity to live and achieve the American dream. Thank you, Mr. President, and with that, I yield the floor.